Yo, this is Mondo, video number 4. And today I want to talk about the Dirty South Hood movement, the East Coast Hood movement, the Midwest Hood movement, and the West Coast Hood movement. It's something that I came up with back in 2005. And what the hood movement is about is about, we're not about protesting, we're not about marching, we're not about rioting. You could do boycotting, you know what I'm saying, but it's really trying to get the community together. Like, I can't really explain all on this video, you know what I'm saying. You would have to read both of my books to really get more in depth about what I'm talking about. But briefly, I could say that it's about teaching the middle schoolers, even elementary, but especially the high schools, teach all of them the truth about what's really going on in today's world, and teach them in the high school, teach them the truth about our roots and culture, about Kemet and Kush, about the Dogon tribe in Mali, Mansa Musa, you know what I'm saying, the Yoruba, the Zulu tribe, everything, all the cultures in Africa, and how the Moors, how they ruled in Europe and and in Asia and everything on that level. You know what I'm saying? Things that I was learning back in '96. You know what I'm saying? Where we actually read books and we had study groups. So it's gonna be like study groups and whatnot. You know, if we don't have our own building, we go to free public library for free and form study groups. It's like, say somebody it's like, okay, this person, you get this book, you read that, you know what I'm saying? It's like history of West Africa. Okay, you study that book, and then you come back on the table and learn and tell us what you learned. Whereas where another person will read something like the slave revolt, you know what I'm saying? He'll get that knowledge and whatnot. And you know what I'm saying? And there's this whole bunch of books that I got anyways, you know what I'm saying? Growing up and whatnot. But basically, it's like somebody says a group of just 3 people, well, 4 people. Somebody read somebody like after slavery. Uh, you know, it's all types of books to read, you know what I'm saying? It's all types of books, you know what I'm saying? Somehow, okay, there's a book about white racism. There's a whole bunch of books, you know what I'm saying? You know, I give you a little brief look, you know what I'm saying? See all them books? 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 And there's more than that. I don't know how that came out, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how that came out, but anyways, long story short, you got the elementary. You're not giving them teaspoons, baby feeding them. You're gonna give them straight up the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? It's good. It's something like, here's another one. You know what I mean? It's all types of books, and there's plenty, way more books out there than this. You know what I'm saying? Um, Basically, like I said, you go home and then you got 4 people, and okay, this is, each one teach one. Okay, you know, okay, this is what you learn, or then might have to take a trip to Ghana. You know what I mean? And then tell them, that like a book called Black and White Label, Black and White Land, Labor, and Politics in the South. we already should know that the government gave them a way head start. Made laws for them to have millions of acres and made laws for them to get loans and everything. So, go on my Facebook page. I talk more about that. The head right, you know what I'm saying? Whole bunch of things that gave them a big head start since the 1800s. After slavery, even before slavery. Uh, so basically, it's not just talking about slavery. It's talking about ancient ancestors that was in Kemet and Kush, and then all the way down to the Congo and to South Africa, the whole continent. You know what I'm saying? So I understand. I built with the people, the Nuwapians. I built with the Hebrew Israelites, Nation of Islam, Sunni Muslims. I built with the Rastas. Uh, I built even Southern Baptists, certain aspects in the Bible, and far as the Nation of Islam, certain aspects in the Quran. And the Wapians had the scrolls from Dr. Malachi Z. York and the Holy Tablets. I'm a student of universal knowledge. You got to get all the knowledge in now. You know what I'm saying? And then really know what's going on. A true student of universal knowledge, what they do is they is universal. Where some people call it astrology, whatever the correct name is, with the stars and the planets, the Anunnaki, the Buru, you know what I'm saying? It's universal knowledge. I had, like I said, conversations with the Hebrew Israelite. Uh, I have conversations with gangs, other gangs, you know what I'm saying? GDs, Crips, Bloods, you know what I'm saying? Vice Lords, all of them. Peru. It's not by, it wasn't on purpose. It's just people approaching me, you run into people. But the main thing is, see, I'm not Hebrew Israelite. I'm not Nuwapian. I'm not in no gang. I'm not no Muslim. I'm not none of that. I'm a student of universal knowledge, and that's the page. Like I say, you go to Mondo Armand, then you go to Desire to Inspire, book written by Mondo Armand, which is connected to Mondo Armand, and then the third, which is connected to the Desire to Inspire, book written by Mondo Armand, is Students of the Universal Knowledge. And then also on Mondo Armand, there's Million People Unite. Million People Unite. People of Million Unite. Million, you know what I'm saying? And then Freedom of Speech and the Being Thoughts, which is dealing with the Wisdom of Mind page. Okay, So basically, long story short, the hood movements, which is 4 hood movements, is like I said, starting with the education, knowledge, and that's the only way you're gonna be powerful is being knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And you're not gonna survive without the knowledge. You gotta start with the knowledge, and then I agree that we should have a school, but one school's gonna teach nothing but knowledge, and one school's by trade schools, like I was saying in one of these other videos in the past. Not the one that's here on YouTube, which is Mondo Knowledge. But anyways, let me get off track. The trade school, which is dealing with, so if we want to create a Black Wall Street, so the trade schools plays a very big part, so we can defeat gentrification. Urban renewal. We got to defeat that. You know what I'm saying? and your mind's got to be sharp with the knowing about your culture and roots. But you got to learn about electrical work. You got to learn about plumbing. You got to learn how to do carpentry, framework, of home improvement. You know what I'm saying? Masonry, and anything that takes to rebuild or build new houses and buildings for us to have our own businesses. You know what I'm saying? We have to have some acres of where we grow our own crops. We have to get back on the spiritual realm. This matrix, this matrix shit ain't working. You know what I'm saying? This matrix shit ain't working. Gotta snap out of it. It's not working. It's not working at all. Politics is bullshit. I'm not a Republican, and I'm not a Democrat. They both one and the same, liberal and conservative. One is a little passive, then they get assertive. One is assertive, then they get aggressive. You know what I'm saying? But they do nothing for black people. We have to be independent. I ain't gonna say nothing bad about Obama, but he didn't really do nothing. And there was a bill that he signed that helped push martial law and whatnot, and giving gay people rights. I'm not gay, and that's definitely a line right there. Be who you are, even if you racist. You racist, you gay, you are a killer, you a drug dealer. I ain't neither one of that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna disrespect you. There's a line. I ain't gonna step over that line. Don't step over this line. Your business is your business. I don't like the feds. I don't like the police, but I'm not gonna protest and make speeches against them because that be a target. You know what I'm saying? I'm not scared of nobody. I'm not scared of none of y'all. Cause well, I go quicker than that, and it ain't about doing that. You know what I'm saying? I like boxing. You know what I'm saying? I like bashing your head in. Bang! Nah, but anyways, but the hood movements, but to get the Black Wall Street, you have to be mentally and physically, basically, number one, spiritually prepared. Um, like I said, we have to have our libraries. You know what I'm saying? Our own. It could be just a, a room this big. You know what I'm saying? Or a little bit bigger, where people come in, grab the book, sit down, or get on the internet and Google what you're reading or have information. It's like when the word is given. Um, even had to break down what's roots, and they really say that basically you can't have racist people or people who really benefits from white privilege involved with what you do. Just like these black mega churches, they take the congregation's money. They getting 10% tithes and offering. That money, then that money goes to a white bank, and then like 60% goes to white developers who buying land developers, and then 30% was about 65% to the developers, 33% to white businesses, and the black businesses only get 2%. Really, that 2% ain't really going to black businesses. That 2% goes to the pastor. If you're going to protest one time from one of these like a Clefo Dollar